James here again from 5 Cycles, and I'm just going to do a quick close-up look of the new 2020 Trek Fuel EX8, which is a completely new bike for 2020. They've redesigned the fuel completely. So first of all, we'll look at the colour. This is the matte Dinster black, with the matte Dinster grey with the metallic black. So it's a matte finish on the top tube, and then the matte kind of slides into the Trek logo with the metallic gloss on the downside. On the bottom of the bike, you can see again that fade from matte into metallic. Really nice finish. I like it a lot. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll go over the differences between this bike and last year's. There are many. It looks quite similar upon first glance, but a keen eye will spot some differences. First of all, the bike rides totally different, because what Trek have done is they've slackened up the head angle, they've lengthened the top tube, they've adjusted the bottom bracket height to make the bike feel totally different whilst out on the trail. I was riding at the weekend, I lent my Slash to my friend, and I took this to some pretty hardcore enduro tracks in Scotland at Dunkeld, and I couldn't believe how well the bike performed. So yeah, that slacker head angle has made a huge difference. Another thing Trek have done is they have changed it to be a full floater to a fixed link at the bottom, and it's just made the suspension a little bit more active. You definitely notice that when you're out riding, coupled with the reactive through shaft that they've developed with Fox. Yeah, it's a really active suspension platform, and the active braking point that Trek have developed really helps the suspension, because when you're braking, it isolates the brake, so you're not getting any brake chatter, and the brake isn't having an effect on how your suspension's working. So really clever from Trek. It's running a Fox, it's a Rhythm 34 on the front with 140mm travel. Last year's bike, the 29er, had just 130, so they've increased the travel there as well. And like I said, the Fox reactive through shaft shock on the back. It's running SRAM Eagle GX 1x12. I think it's an 1150 on the back with a descendant crankset on the front. I believe it's a 32, it's a 30, excuse me. Bontrager Line Comp 30 wheel set, which can be easily made to be tubeless ready. Just need to stick in the valves. Very strong wheel set. And I actually really like these Bontrager XR4 team issue tyres. They're tubeless ready, they're tough, and they offer plenty of grip. Don't write them off compared to the Maxxis and the Schwalbes. They are actually a really good tyre. Again, you can see Trek have carried on with their knock block, this straight down tube. Pretty much the only bike on the market that's offering this fully straight down tube. What it does, it just increases the stiffness of the bike, saves a little bit of weight, because you're not having to have that silly curve that you see lots of bike brands that run. Some people like the look of that, but I really like the straight down tube. Again, it's one of those things, when you ride it, you really do notice it. Comes with a Bontrager drop line seat post, really good value. It's cable actuated, really nice lever feel, easy to use. Shimano hydraulics as well, and kind of the Bontrager line comp bars and stem. This bike for me is fantastic value at £2,800. It's absolutely maxed out with spec for that price. I mean, generally we've been looking at the competition, and to see an Eagle 1x12 at that price range is not easy to come by. But it's the ride characteristics of the bike. I really do suggest, if you're a skeptic or you're thinking about a do-it-all bike, get this bike out for a demo somewhere, because you're going to be really impressed with how well it rides. So much so that I am considering, if I'm going to do a one bike do-it-all, like this may be the bike for me, maybe the carbon version, but ride the aluminium one too, because it is incredible. Any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll try and answer as quick as possible, and I'm sure there's stuff I've missed, so if you want to add anything, then please give us a shout as well. There we go, the Trek Fuel EX8 2020. Lovely.